Good morning, Matt Delacruz here with the Winning Minds Group, part of the John Maxwell team. Welcome to Mondays with Matt. Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a great weekend as we wrap up the last Monday of the month of April. And we get to start a brand new month tomorrow. We get to start the month of May. And before we get started, just a couple things. You'll notice on the Mondays with Matt, what we're doing is because we were having some challenges once we switched from the emails, and there are thousands of people who are now subscribing to Mondays with Matt. It's now going to be coming in the constant contact format. So the subject line will still be Mondays with Matt. So just that's how you're going to start. We're just going to start delivering that message that way. So just kind of an FYI for you on that. But as we wrap up the end of the month, just another reminder for you, make sure you're taking the time to learn from the month of April. And what does that mean? Do a checkup from the neck up. Do some time to reflect. Take an hour to reflect back on the month. Go through your journal and gather up your successes, your wins, your losses, and let's invest it into May to make sure that May's better than it was in April. But I think the most important part is just making sure that you're gathering up your information, your knowledge, people who are influencing you, people who impact you, your turning points. It's so important that we make sure that we're not just getting through the day, we're getting from the day, which is I want to talk to you about today because I had an email and I thought the timing would be perfect. Someone had asked me about the difference of getting through the day and getting from the day. Think about average people. To me, they get through the day. In other words, when they start Monday, they can't wait till it's Thursday, Friday for the weekend. Getting from the day is just capturing every moment and using every minute, every second, every person that comes into your life in the course of the day to use them to help prompt you or springboard you into where you want to be in the future. So people say, well, how do you do that? Well, the first thing I think is there's really two things that you have to do. Number one is you got to be intentional about the day. Be intentional. Say, I'm going to look for, I'm going to find, whether it be a quote or someone who I can listen to who can recommend a book, or maybe someone that's doing it better than I'm doing it. Make sure you're intentional to look for it. And the second thing is, again, being aware, right? Your level of awareness, being aware of what's going on in the course of the day. The difference of it is that now you're intentional, now you're aware, and now you will find something from the day. And really, three key questions you got to ask yourself is you got to ask yourself, where can I use this? When can I use this? And the next part is, who needs to know about this? So when you gather all your information, again, keeping the journal like I tell people to do. I just started a third journal for this year already as I'm moving through, but I'm capturing all that. But I do want to leave you something because this is the one thing as I was going through some of my notes and some of my things in my journal, and I'll never forget this, and I was taught this about 35, 36 years ago, and it was the 12 most important words to live by. And this is how you can really capture, and this is how you can get a lot more things done than the average person does in a 24-hour period. And the 12 words were, I must do the most productive thing possible at every given moment. Not I hope to, not I plan on it. I must do the most productive thing possible at every given moment. So take a look at the day, and before you make a decision to move forward with anything, ask yourself, is it the most productive thing possible that I can do to get me to where I want to be? So let's think about that this week. So I want you to take this week, I want you to take some time to reflect, do the wheel of life again, do a checkup from the neck up, ask yourself the questions as you're intentionally and being aware of, where can I use this? When can I use this? And who needs to know about this? And they'll live by the 12 most productive words, the 12 most important words that you can live by. I must do the most productive thing possible at every given moment. So until next week, live with passion, live intentionally, and let's just make sure that we are being productive. Thanks so much. Make it a great week.